friends, it's Frolicking Gnomes, and welcome to the first episode of my new Random Legacy series. So, this legacy is a little bit different than other random legacies because you, as my followers and viewers, are going to heavily influence and decide what happens throughout the entire challenge. So, here is a quick little speed video of me creating the founder, at least the beginning parts. I kind of did a base sim. So I didn't really pay attention to the coloring so much as just the facial features. Because in a second I will reveal the results of the very first poll that I posted on Tumblr. And I'm kind of curious to see as I am making my founder. I mean, one, you know that female won out as the gender, but I'm curious to see if you guys can guess the prominent features that won just based on the sim that I'm making here. So, maybe leave a comment down below before, the results are revealed. What do you think won out? What features, prominent, most defining features did this sim have? Oops, that was I don't even know how that happened with the nose. So I fixed that really, really fast. So I'm pretty excited about this challenge. There are a few of the results that, will need to be voted on again. There were some ties. If there is still a tie after a second vote, then I'll just use like a random generator to settle the tie. But overall, I think this is going to be a fun challenge, and it's starting to take shape. Yeah. So the big wow, I can't even talk. The big things that you guys are going to have to vote on are just the final touches about the founder and the challenge itself. And once those are settled, I'll do a formal introduction of the founder and probably show the house that I will build for them. And then we'll get to the fun votes about the spouse in the next episode. So I'm super excited about that. Looks like we are just about ready to reveal the results of the first poll. So stay tuned. Alright, so let's take a look at the results of the poll, the very first poll. So this was mostly about the founder and kind of the challenge in general. So there are some results that were pretty clear cut, so I will use that as I make a decision. And then there are other options that I'll probably open up a question about in a second poll. So check the link below in the description. So the first question asks, what color theme aesthetic should I use? And the winning result is a two-toned colored founder and spouses. I guess some kids might have three colors or something, kind of depending on what they inherit, but in general, at least starting and spouses will all have two tones. And then the second question is, what type of coloring? And overwhelmingly I got berry, so skin, hair, and eye color will all be themed. Overwhelmingly the founder is going to be female. Founder aesthetic was from male to female, or masculine, I guess, to feminine on a scale. So 1 being very masculine, 5 being very feminine. Since 4 won out, she's going to be more on the feminine side, but maybe not the most girly. So I picture her maybe not loving dresses, but still being kind of girly. And then colors, again, mixed coloring won out. So then for the colors, so it's going to be mixed coloring, two tones. So I'm picking the top two tones. So the winner is blue Kwangdung. I don't even know how to say that. And then I had a few votes that were 3, and I had 3 votes for all very similar green colors. So I decided to go with kind of that section of the colors there. So on some of those, maybe I would have opened it up to a vote, but because like 3 were all right in there, I decided I would go with that green color. Defining features. First place is freckles, followed by full lips and unusual ears. And I also tried to do kind eyes as well. I'm just double check. I have my sim kind of made, so I wanted to make sure. Yeah, I got all those. For traits, she will definitely be romantic, and then there's a bit of a tie. So this will be something that's available to vote on in a second poll. So I might put a few options up. So unflirty, music lover, and perfectionist are all fives, but I think I'll also include the fours of cheerful and goofball. So check in the link for that vote. So for sure, she'll be romantic, and then the other two I'll put up to a vote. Founder aspiration is another one that we'll need to re-vote on. So it looks like the top three results are big happy family, successful lineage, and freelance botanist. So that will be in a second poll. And then the founder career is super close as well. I think it's like a 5 or 6 way tie. So we have social media, conservationist, freelance, unemployed, entertainer, and secret agent. So that will be in a poll. And for generational goals, the winner is expansionist. So you have to construct a big expansion on the house. Miscellaneous fun, runs in the family. I'll have you guys pick the trait once the traits have been determined. That every child in the next generation must have that trait for this one generation. So it won't be like challenge long, but just for the generation. Starting season is a tie between spring and summer, so maybe I'll put that in the poll since it's a 50-50. And then we have another tie here, starting neighborhood between Sulani, Willow Creek, and Oasis Springs. Overwhelmingly, you guys wanted me to incorporate another challenge, so it looks like I'm going to be doing a perfect genetics challenge. And looks like there's going to be no restrictions as I start the challenge. Basically just build a home and furnish it and then reduce the funds so that it's not like they're million bazillionaire. So let me show you the sim I've made. So these are the colorings that won out. So the greens were these 3 greens, and I guess maybe I could put this to a vote, but there's kind of 3 shades that were tied here. I personally kind of like the lightest color, especially since I'm going to be doing a perfect genetics. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I definitely like these two better. I'm not as big of a fan of the darkest green there, but I kind of get this almost like elfish vibe with the green skin. So that's kind of what I was going for. And then we have the unusual ears here. I also kind of was having trouble deciding on the ears, so if anyone has input on those, I'd love to hear it. Can I find the skin details? So I have all these ears. I mean, I could also just make them pointed, but ooh, why are they showing up double? Oh, there's a couple options. Okay. Oh, that's why her eyelashes disappeared at some point. Okay, cool. Now I know. Yeah, so I think these were another set that I was kind of debating between for unusual ears. I would say probably like these 3. But I, so far, was kind of liking those. They looked kind of elvenish. Yeah, so her outfit I tried to make girly, but not like all the way girly, so not a dress. So traits, the only one that's going to stick is romantic. I just had to save her, so I just threw in some random ones, but that'll be up for a vote. And then her aspiration will be up for a vote. Yeah, so let me go through her outfits real quick to show you. So this is her everyday, this is her formal, athletic, sleepwear, party, swimsuit, hot, and cold weather. I usually go in kind of as I play the game and add more options as well, so those aren't like definitively set. So anyway, okay, so just beginning kind of intro video here to this challenge. Doesn't even have an official name yet because it might depend a little bit on the name. So that's the big thing that I want you guys, besides the kind of tiebreaker votes, we need to decide on a name for this girl, right? So right now I just have her named Random Legacy because again I wanted to save her. So what do you guys think? Leave suggestions of names and I either will randomize it or maybe, you know, like the names that you would agree with, and if there's like a name that has a bunch of, you know, thumbs up on it, then I'll go with that one. So yeah, help me name this girl, help me name this, especially last name would be important, and any other input because this founder is not set in stone. So if you think I didn't get any of her traits well enough, so again I had to do full lips, unusual eyes, freckles, and kind eyes, so this was my best attempt to hit those features. So I hope you are excited for this challenge. I know I am, and yeah, don't forget about that poll, and we'll see what results come out for next time. Thanks for watching. Bye! Happy simming. That's so awkward. I'm awkward.